So today is day 7 of the apple cider vinegar test that I've been doing to see if I can get rid of my acid reflux by using apple cider vinegar. I've also been doing the low carb diet, as you probably know by now, and seeing if that can help with the acid reflux that I've been dealing with for a number of years now, but I've only just realised pretty recently that I had acid reflux. Before, I was suffering with lots of nasal inflammation, so I always tended to think that that was the reason that it was difficult for me to sing. But upon lots of further inspection, upon lots of online research and by talking to professionals, we basically eventually came to the conclusion that it was reflux. But honestly, it took a long time to get to that point. I've had a couple of operations on my nose, on my sinuses, sorry, and it's kind of led to this point where I need to sort out the reflux through natural means, because going down the conventional paths with the PPIs, the acid blockers, hasn't seemed to be working for me very well. So I'm doing the holistic approach by taking apple cider vinegar. Supposedly it's an online remedy that works, and also doing things like the low carb diet, which should supposedly strengthen that lower esophageal sphincter, which has been weakened over time by poor dieting. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, this is 7 days in, and I'm yet to notice some significant changes to my voice. I mean, I always wake up feeling like this, where I talk like this, yeah, like this. And I just can't seem to shake it. After exercise, I do notice that it's a bit better. I said yesterday that I was going to wake up really early. I said 4 o'clock, and I did do that this morning. But then during the day, I had to have a nap because I only got a couple of hours sleep last night. So then by the time I woke up after the nap and then did some singing, I'd kind of lost all the momentum gained by doing the exercise. So my body had to kind of wake up again. So I'll make sure that when I do it tomorrow, waking up really early and doing the exercise then, I'll make sure that I don't go back to sleep, because then I can properly test out that theory to see if doing some serious exercise can work quite well. Now, I did a 3.5k run this morning and also ventured into some calisthenics, something I've always been interested in, but I always thought that you needed a strong foundation, and it's true that you do. But thankfully, because I've been doing lots of these like full push-ups, I've been working my scapula, which is this kind of area here, and supposedly this is one of the most important parts in order to start calisthenics. So I decided to look up a YouTube video this morning. I can't remember his name, but it's a really good video, and it was talking all about how you can strengthen this area and also your core. So that's something I'm excited to venture into. But that's kind of obviously separate to seeing that's kind of my own personal workout life. But just thought you'd like to know that as a side note. But in terms of the singing, it's still honestly not great, and I'm continuing to do the apple cider vinegar and the low carb diet. I took a very short, just a few second video of what I have for dinner tonight. It was just some chicken breasts, some yellow capsicum, and then some boiled eggs. And then what I'll do is I have half of that food, and then I'll save the rest for the next day. I'm starting a new job on Thursday, as I may have mentioned in previous videos. So the idea is that I have one meal, so like meal 2 is dinner, and then I prepare like both meals together, and then save half of that for meal 1 the next day. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. It cost about $25, and to be honest, I think it's a little bit expensive for one day of food. So I'm going to try and cut back on different parts of that where I can. But we'll see. I do think it's really important to have good quality meats. So I could go for the regular cold chicken and save a couple of dollars here and there. But I personally find it's important to have good quality meat, because I guess what I'm doing is, through this holistic approach, having a very conscious, I guess, I need to be really aware of what's going in my body. So the better quality food, the better, obviously. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll obviously keep updating you. As I said in the last video and the video before that, after about 2.5 to 3 weeks, I should hopefully see some big changes with the reflux, in terms of having the apple cider vinegar every day. And with the low carb dieting, supposedly after a few months, you should have some significant changes with the acid reflux. So because I'm doing both of them, I'm wondering, will that meet somewhere in the middle? I've absolutely no idea. That's what I'm testing for. And I'm really, really hoping, and I'm honestly kind of desperate to see some results soon, as it's very, very mentally draining, as I'm sure you can imagine. And if you suffer reflux, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's so frustrating. You can't get a good resonant sound because you've got this irritation in your throat. It always feels like something's stuck there. So if we can get rid of that, then we can get rid of the mild muscle dysphonia that you may have. I know that I've been diagnosed with it, but if you're in a similar position, you've got that. If you get rid of the reflux, that should also start to disappear as well. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, and I will keep updating you, and the next video will be tomorrow.